more inspiring Team USA captain, Tim Duncan or Allen Iverson?
Tim Duncan.
What?
Larry Brown said yesterday he's the greatest basketball player in the world.
So what? That doesn't mean he's inspiring.
Fundamental. Players around the league look up to this guy literally and figuratively. Let me ask you this. Allen Iverson, captain of the U.S. Olympic team? That's a scary thought.
First, let's focus on Tim Duncan for a second. Let's focus on Tim Duncan for a second. That man is a great player. There's no question at all. But let me tell you something right now. He'll put anybody to sleep. The man is boring. He's boring to talk to. He's boring to watch. He's a flat-out superstar.
Not in the locker room. Not as a leader.
Please, stop it. Stop it. He's a great guy and a great player. We all know that. But when you think about Allen Iverson...
Lakers in the finals for his first NBA championship.
When you won the championship, when's the first time you heard from him?
That night, and it was late.
I just told him congratulations. You know, I told him he deserved it.
I said I just wish, to be honest with you, it could have been with him.
What was that like to hear?
It was hard to hear it because I felt the same way.
Brown is the only coach to win both an NCAA and NBA title, yet still considers the gold medal he won as a player in 1964 to be the high point of his career.
Let's go. Get up, Lamar. One pass away.
I look at this as the greatest honor you could possibly have. And then I look over at Allen, and I know when he wasn't picked in 2000 how slighted he felt, how hurt he was, what an honor he feels being part of this. So that's great.
At pre-Olympic practices here in Jacksonville, Florida, Iverson finds himself in an unfamiliar role. At 29, he is the oldest player on a team where the average age is just 23. But more than age, Iverson's teammates and coaches sense a newfound maturity. A player once seen as the NBA's bad child has, by all accounts, finally grown up.
Allen made progress inch by inch. And I think he's at a point right now, after all that's happened, to really be ready to take that next step.
14 NBA veterans chose not to participate in these Olympic Games, either because of personal reasons or security concerns. Iverson says he wouldn't have missed this for anything.
It's the U.S. against the rest of the world, and it's simple as that.
It's a great experience for Allen, a great opportunity for him. And it shows you the kind of kid he is by, coming back off an injury and giving of himself to be here.
Time and distance often provide clarity to past relationships. For all they've been through, Brown and Iverson are reminded by this reunion in Jacksonville that they still share a genuine affection for one another.
It's like when you have a best friend, you argue with him, but you still love him. And you still care about him.
What would it be like to win a gold, to look over and see Coach Brown?
It'll be similar to the feeling of winning the championship with him.
I think maybe the fact that we could do it in the Olympics together be in some small part a way of thanking him.
And Allen Iverson will be in action Saturday at 1 p.m.
Larry Ayuso. Those three players, Amari, LeBron, and Allen Iverson, will not play. They are not out on the court. They're on the bench right now in practice pointing situation early on. But I've always felt that you can't be on time. Just be early, and that'll solve all your problems.
Well, and of course, as you look at that picture there, Allen Iverson in the middle, he is a co-captain of this group with Tim Duncan.
Larry Brown doing the right thing.
Brown suspending Captain Iverson, LeBron James, Amari Stoudemire for being late to a pregame meeting before Team USA's exhibition contest against Puerto Rico this afternoon. Iverson says he couldn't have been more than 5 minutes late and wasn't happy with his benching, saying, quote, "I'm supposed to be one of the leaders of the team, and this is not a good look." Didn't comment on how it looked that the leader of the team showed up late. Here's Brown on an issue he has dealt with more than once.
I was totally embarrassed by the announcement because it embarrassed those guys and it was uncalled for. They broke a team rule and we are a team. And they paid the penalty. Nobody wanted to embarrass them and we're moving on.
Yeah, as you hear, Brown seemed more irked at the PA announcer for telling folks about the suspension than he did the three guys he had to sit down.
He's the greatest coach that ever coached this game, to me, in my heart. He's the greatest coach I mean, the way he get everything out of his players, everything. He's the best coach that I've ever been around.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up Larry Brown, because would you like to hear what he had to say about you?
Absolutely.
Play the tape.
When he goes out to play, he gives everything he can to possibly win. He might sometimes be misguided, but he competes every single night. He'll never let his teammates down in terms of giving effort and trying to win. And I love him for that. I wish that he realized when kids watch that, they're not seeing the real side of him. You know, he could have the greatest effect on kids of any athlete that I have ever been associated with.
I see tears welling in your eyes, my man. Why?
Nah, I got a lot of respect for him. I love him. I mean, he taught me a lot. Like, he taught me a lot. Like, I learned a lot. I learned, you know, that you ain't always right, you know, and just because somebody disciplining you, you know, that don't mean they don't love you, you know. I mean, they trying to get you to get right. They trying to get you to the point you're at right now.